Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to Wednesday's episode of Ask Eman, where we're going to be here live for the next hour with you, brothers and sisters. It's Wednesday, Shaykh. Is it Monday? It's Monday. It's Monday. It's because I've been sick, Shaykh. You know, it's you, Shaykh. You're not here on Monday. You're not here on Monday. Yeah. Anyway. Yes, yes, I think you've introduced yourself, Shaykh, but we're here today with Shaykh Abdul Kadir Ali Ambe, and we're going to be here live for the next hour on Monday's episode of Ask Eman live. So the number to call us, brothers and sisters, is 0203 515 0769. Otherwise, you can send your questions to our WhatsApp number, email address, and if you're tuned in online, either on Facebook or YouTube, then you're able to drop your questions at the comment section, inshallah, to ask us any questions which you may have. As you know, the month of Dhul Hijjah is just around the corner. So if you'd like to educate yourself, if you'd like to learn more about this blessed month and the first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah, the day of Arafah, the season of Hajj, Yawm al-Nahr, which is the day of Eid, and what this season is all about, then you're very welcome to pick up the phone, ask your questions, but also we're going to be going through this ourselves as well, just so we can learn, and inshallah, hopefully everyone at home can benefit as well. So just a reminder, brothers and sisters, the lines are now open and we're going to be here live for the next hour. So give us a call now on 0203 515 0769. And without further ado, I'll be your host for today, and joining us is Shaykh Abdul Qadir Ali Ambe. So, Shaykh, how's it going?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, Shaykh.
Right.
Now, Shaykh, as we start every show, I'd like to ask you for a short reminder, inshallah. Jazakallah khair.
بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن اهتدى بهداه يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. As you said in the beginning of the show, that the first 10 days are around the corner, and we should show Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we are benefiting and utilizing the times that Allah Ta'ala gave it to us, which is the times that we need to show Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala that we want His forgiveness. We want Him to forgive us. We come to His houses. We spend a lot of time in the house of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. We do more reading, more Quran, more sadaqah, more in everything than any other days of the year. Because as the Prophet said in the authentic hadith in Bukhari, that there is no days, the good deeds are more beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than these 10 days, the 10 days of the Hijjah. Then please, brothers and sisters, push yourselves as much as you can to benefit from this 10 days, which there is no 10 days who are more holy, more beneficial than these 10 days, first 10 days of the Hijjah. And the actions that we can do is reading Quran, remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, fasting the whole first 9 days, as it's been narrated in the authentic hadith Salama, that the Prophet he used to fast. The sadaqah in these 10 days also is very important. Fasting of the day of Arafah especially is very, very important, especially for those brothers who are going for Hajj, who are going to be in Mecca. It's not recommended for them. But those who are not going, they should benefit from this because it's forgiveness of 2 years. Do not take it light, brothers. And any other good deeds will bring us close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Grab it. don't let it go. And do not make this 10 days pass without benefiting from it, inshallah tabaraka wa ta'ala, and without boosting your iman in these 10 days, first 10 days of the Hajj. Wa jazakumullahu khairan.
Jazakallah khair, Shaykh. So, Shaykh, our first question is going to be today from our WhatsApp, and the question is, as we know, the adhan finishes with La ilaha illallah, but some people always add Muhammadan Rasulullah immediately after it. Is that correct, or shall we just stop at La ilaha illallah?
Your Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in the authentic hadith, قولوا مثل ما يقول المؤذن. Say as the mu'adhin is saying. Then you don't need to add anything, and you don't need to deduct anything. La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. And then you make your dua, and the salat al Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam will come into it. No, salat al Nabi will come after that.
In the dua, after the adhan.
Yes.
A big part of that dua is about the Prophet alayhi salam, isn't it,
Alayhi
Shaykh?
salam. Exactly. That's why we should not innovate, and we should not add however it suits me, or however I like, and however this person likes. That's how the innovation starts, and then we go astray from the right path. Do not add. Rasulullah told you, and told me, and told us, say as the mu'adhin is saying. Only one place which is, he said alayhi salatu wassalam, when he says hayya ala salah, hayya ala al-falah, then you say la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. You have no power, no strength, except with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Jazakallah khair, Shaykh. Now, the dua after the adhan, Shaykh, could you take us through it, Shaykh? Because many of us may say it, but we may not know the meaning of it.
Allahu Akbar. Allahumma rabba hadhi da'wati tamma. Oh Allah, the one who is in charge of this beautiful call, والصلاة القائمة, and the salah which is being called to. Ahati Muhammadan. Give to our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam al-wasila wal-fadila. And the wasila is a position in paradise which is for only one person, and we hope that's going to be for our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and that's why we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for him. وَبْعَثْهُ مَقَامًا مَحْمُودًا الَّذِي وَعَدْتَهُ. And raise him from the platform that you have promised him. You, O Allah, you never fail in your promises. That's the dua that we say after every salah, praying for our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah Ta'ala to give him that status and that place which is only for one person in paradise. Jazakallah khair.
SubhanAllah, Shaykh. And Shaykh, are there any virtues to this dua?
Of course, you will be insha'Allah, and we will be, all of us insha'Allah, those who always take care of this, will be entitled insha'Allah for the interceding of our Prophet ﷺ on the day of resurrection, as it's been said black and white in the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May Allah Ta'ala make us among those.
Ameen. Shukran, Shaykh. Thank you so much for that. Our next question, Shaykh. There is an opinion that voluntary fasts that a person has broken do not need to be made up. Is this also true to voluntary salah if one's wudu breaks during the salah, that they don't need to make it up?
They don't need to make it up. The way you don't need to make it up before your
voluntary fasts.
When you break your fast. Similarly, you don't have to also make it up for your salah. But if I make it up, say for example, I was praying the sunnah of dhuhr after the obligatory prayer, and then I break my wudu halfway. it's my choice to go and do my wudu again and redo my sunnah, or carry on going to my work or to my home, and there's no sin on that person.
Jazakallah khair, Shaykh. Our next question, Shaykh, is Assalamu alaikum. Do you need an imam's permission to read a certain type of wazifa or wadifa? Do you know what that is, Shaykh?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Should we move on, Shaykh?
Move on.
Okay. If we could ask the brother or sister who asked the question, actually it's
you
brother.
may ask this brother Nabil.
Huh?
Sheikh Nabil.
Shaykh Nabil al-Haqqa, yes. The Shaykh for Mondays.
For this cultural thing, which is, I think it's from the Asian brothers, they Asian shuyukh, they might know, inshallah.
Jazakallah khair, Shaykh. That brings us to the end of this part of our show. So I'd like to thank you, Shaykh. For everyone watching at home, we're going to be back, inshallah, after a few minutes. Please stay tuned, and we can continue taking your questions and getting them answered, inshallah. For now, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to today's Ask Eman show. We're going to be here live for another 45 minutes, inshallah, with you, brothers and sisters, to take your questions and get them answered authentically according to the Quran and Sunnah. So to give us a call and ask your questions, the number is 0203 5150 769. Otherwise, you can send your questions to our WhatsApp number, email address, and we're also live on YouTube and Facebook, where you can leave your questions at the comment section, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum, Shaykh. Welcome back after the break.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakallah khair, Shaykh. So
I came back without tea.
without tea, Shaykh.
Yeah.
Inshallah, after the next break. So our next question, Shaykh, is...
Okay, but keep your promise.
Okay, Shaykh. I'll get the brothers to make it. Our next question, Shaykh, is... can my sister and I travel by train from London to Birmingham without a mahram? The journey is 68 minutes by train and we will be visiting grandparents. We are 30 years plus, both of us.
MashaAllah. That's nice.
You can't escape that, Shaykh. What are you gonna say? I'm joking. I'm joking.
May Allah bless you and look after you, but you cannot travel without mahram. My sisters, you cannot travel without mahram, even though you are visiting the grandparents, which is obligatory, but you have to find a way to fulfill that, inshaAllah ta'ala, and to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But you shouldn't go and travel without mahram. Unless if you don't have mahram, then this is another issue. Barakallah feekum.
Jazakallah khair, Shaykh. I have your tea, Shaykh, that you asked for. MashaAllah.
On time.
There you go, Shaykh. I made it quickly when you were giving your answer and I came back. So we're going to go now straight to our next caller of the show. Assalamu alaikum to our caller. Welcome to the show. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Shaykh, I'm going to ask you a question about fasting on the day of Yawm al-Arafah.
MashaAllah.
According to our understanding and teaching, what we have learned from our teachers and guardians and elders, they say it has to be done on the 9th of Dhul-Hijjah. And
Okay.
according to scientific data and other evidences, it says the 9th of Dhul-Hijjah is going to be in England on Sunday. But it is likely that we are going to be celebrating Eid on Sunday. So if it is happen that the Eid is declared after Yawm al-Arafah in Saudi Arabia the previous day, so we are in a dilemma. We are told that we are not supposed to. We are forbidden to actually do any fasting on Eid day. So if it is in fact the Eid day, and it is Yawm al-Arafah day in England, so what day are we supposed to fast? We are in a bit of a confusion stage, so would you be able to clarify that for us, please? Thank you very much. Jazakallah khair.
Jazakallah khair.
Thank you so much for your question, brother.
May Allah bless you. Brother, inshallah, you fast with the people who are doing the Hajj. And we forget, inshallah, about this scientific and those who do the calculation and so on. Our Prophet told us that the month either is 29 or 30. And we follow that. And we do our Hajj according to that. If the moon is being sighted, and then people are going to stand on the day of Arafah in Arafah, if you are not going, you fast that day. And don't worry about what these other people are saying. Inshallah, follow that. Inshallah, you will be safe and Allah Ta'ala will reward you with the forgiveness of 2 years, inshallah ta'ala. But as we all know, the day of Eid is not allowed anybody to fast. Because of that, you follow the people who are doing the Hajj, and they are standing on Arafah on the day of Arafah. وَجَزَاكَ اللَّهُ خَيْرًا.
Jazakallah khair, Shaykh. Our next question is going to be from WhatsApp, and the question is, I am a graphic designer. I create animation. My question is, can I create animation of living things? If not, can I create animation of non-living cartoons?
Yes, non-living cartoons, there's no problem with that. But don't do it with the living and of Allah's creation. Don't do
Jazakallah
it.
khair, Shaykh.
Jazakallahu khairan.
Our next question is it haram for male to cut their arm hair and leg hair or body hair? For men.
You mean wax?
Oh, it says cut, Shaykh. Trim. Cut, trim.
The
Leg hair and arm hair.
leg hair and arm hair is for woman, not for man. And the man, they should not worry about that. The man, they should not worry about that, and they should leave it. Yeah, because it's not good for men to imitate women and women to imitate men. Things that we know is normally for men, women should not do it. And the things that we know that's for women, for the wax and things, and then man should not do it. But in our days, subhanAllah, things has been mixed up, and I don't understand. Why should man remove his hair? It's the beauty of the man to have a hair in his arm and his legs and his beard.
His face.
Yes, on his chest, as they say in the Italians, giardino di dono. The garden of lovers.
All
Then
right.
we shouldn't take that hair out. Jazakallah khair.
Jazakallah khair, Shaykh. May Allah bless you. Thank you for your answer. Our next question, Shaykh, is can I cut my hair or nails if I'm doing qurbani? Also, should we give qurbani before Eid?
Yes, you can give qurbani before Eid to the people who are slaughtering for you in other parts of the world. But they should let you know after they slaughter your animal, then you can take your hair and your nails and so on. If that's like sort of impossible, then you just do it before you go for your Eid, and when you're getting ready for the Salatul Eid, then you can trim your nails, and may Allah accept it from all of us.
Jazakallah khair, Shaykh. Now, Shaykh, what is the reward for the Udhiyah? If you're going to perform this act of worship, is this a great act of worship? Is it something that's just medium size act of worship? Well, what is it, Shaykh?
It's a great reward, inshallah, and also one of following the footsteps of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam. And our Prophet told us also, when you slaughter, and with every hair of that animal, Allah will give you forgiveness for that.
Subhanallah.
Then we shouldn't take it light.
No.
We should if Allah Ta'ala blessed us, we should do so. We should do qurbani, we should do the udhiyah. And some scholars, even they go to the extreme, they're saying it's wajib. Even though I don't agree with that, but we should if Allah Ta'ala blessed us with wealth, to do our qurban, inshallah. Jazakallahu khairan.
Thank you, Shaykh. Now, Shaykh, what's the sunnah of what you do with the animal? after the after the udhiyah? What's the sunnah of you?
The sunnah is to eat part of it, to eat from it, for your family and for yourself, and to give the rest to the poor people and to the neighbors and to the other people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
But
the sunnah is
sunnah to eat from
have some and then give some to family. So be generous with it, your neighbors.
Yes,
What about the kind of masakin and the fuqara, Shaykh?
Yes,
is this coming to it or no?
Yeah, they come into it. They come into it.
So you
And
increase your reward
there's
by
no
doing this.
barakah in walima that the masakin they've not been called.
Is this hadith, Shaykh?
It's hadith of the Prophet.
Tell us a bit more about that, Shaykh.
Yes. Inshallah. And
after
you
the
have
break,
a time.
Yeah, thank you, Shaykh. After the break.
You're welcome.
Shaykh, you were about to give me a khutbah, huh? I'm joking. Jazakallah khair, Shaykh.
Barakallah feekum.
Thank you to everyone who's tuned in so far. We're going to be back after a few minutes, inshallah, for our next break. So please stay tuned. Once we're back, you're able to give us a call, inshallah, to ask your questions again on 0203 515 0769. Also, for everyone who's tuned in on social media, YouTube and Facebook, you're able to leave your questions at the comment section, inshallah. For now, assalamu alaikum. Stay tuned. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to today's Ask Eman show. We're going to be live for the next 30 minutes, inshallah, to take your questions, brothers and sisters, and get them answered for you, inshallah. The number to call us on is 0203 515 0769. Otherwise, you can send your questions to our WhatsApp number or email address. And if you're more active on social media or you like to watch your stuff on your phone or your device, then we're live both on Facebook and on YouTube. You just have to search for Eman Channel's page and you'll be able to find the live stream there, and you can leave your questions at the comment section and we can put them forward to our Shaykh, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum, Shaykh. You know what I was going to do, Shaykh.
I know. You're dangerous.
Yeah. So, Shaykh, ما في عنتهي.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. What does that mean, Shaykh? Teach us some Somali. Are you good?
Yeah.
ما في عنتهي.
Yeah.
Shaykh, it's a beautiful thing that, you know, Muslims, we're from different countries, speak different languages. It's subhanallah, it's part of Allah's blessings.
True.
So that's for everyone at home. ما في عنتهي means are you good and how are you doing in Somali? There you go. We learn something new every day. Okay, Shaykh. Our next question is Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. What are the rulings for cutting nails and removing hair in the month of Dhul Hijjah? I've received mixed messages. One message states not to cut nails or trim hair from the 1st of Dhul Hijjah. Another message states not to cut nails or trim hair once Qurbani, Udhiyah, donation has been made.
The second one is the correct one.
Okay.
Is for those who are doing Qurbani, not for everyone. For those who are doing the Udhiyah, they are the ones who supposed not to trim their nails or their hair. And then when they slaughter their animal or it's been slaughtered for them, then they cut their hair and they cut their nails and they get ready for the Eid prayer.
So, Sheikh, when do you stop cutting your hair and nails?
From the first.
From the 1st of Dhul Hijjah.
First of the Hijjah, yes.
So, for example, you know the charities now, they're open. They're open now for you to donate to your Udhiyah if you're not slaughtering yourself.
Yeah.
So do you start? If you donate now, £100, £60, £500 to an animal.
Yeah.
Do you stop cutting your hair and nails from the 1st of Dhul Hijjah, not from when you made your donation?
No, from 1st of the Hijjah.
So if I made my donation today, I stop on the 1st of Dhul Hijjah.
Yes.
Okay, and then I cut again?
Yeah, on the Eid day.
On Eid day, after Salah or before Salah?
Before Salah.
You can cut before Salah?
Yeah, because before Salah you're going to get ready for your Eid anyway. Because that's the time you're supposed to slaughter.
Before Salah?
Yeah.
Is that the Sunnah, Shaykh?
Yeah.
Are there people that slaughter after Salah?
But you can slaughter after Salah and you can slaughter the next day.
Oh, okay.
And the third day you can slaughter.
But the point is until you slaughter.
Until you slaughter.
Okay, Shaykh. Yeah. Okay. So it's good for people, maybe they should speak to the charity they're dealing with to say, when do you have it slaughtered?
Yeah. If they can.
If they can. If not, it's not.
If not, then that's it.
Yeah. Okay, Jazakallah khair, Shaykh. Our next question is, can I listen to nasheed that is a cover of an old song? So an old pop song, R&B song, someone made it into an Islamic nasheed. Can I listen to it?
You can listen to it, but I like always to avoid this kind of nasheeds because I would not advise the people to copy, because the lyrics and the sound will remind you to these old songs. That's why I advise not to follow that, not to listen to this kind of. You better to avoid, but I cannot say it's haram.
Jazakallah khair, Shaykh. We have another caller, so we're going to go to our call, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum to our caller. Welcome to the show. What's your name and where are you calling from? Assalamu alaikum to our caller. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Assalamu alaikum, sir. Yeah, hello?
Yes, you're live on the show. Your question?
Yeah, I just have a question about, firstly, my first question is about, in terms of taking pictures in Islam, if, for example, there's a picture being taken and there's non-mahrams. So, for example, my non-mahrams are in it, but it's like a big family photo. And so I'm not next to any like non-mahram women or anything, but they might be in the other picture. Would that be permissible? Because then in big family events, they want to take pictures with me. But if I'm in like a halal position, is that fine? And my other question is that I asked the Shaykh last time about if white flour or refined flour is haram because of a hadith. I think it's in Bukhari, and he said that he'll get back to me on it. So I'm calling now to if he's done.
Jazakallah khair. Your brother is getting old and he's forgotten totally. Inshallah, I will look into it. This time I won't forget. The other question, inshallah, if the non-mahram, they are not standing next to you and they're standing somewhere in the picture, inshallah, there is nothing wrong with that, inshallah, tabaraka wa ta'ala.
Jazakallah khair, Shaykh.
But it must be, inshallah, must be covering. Yeah, because it's not good to take a part in a picture with the non-mahram woman are not covering themselves. But if they are covering, then that's fine, and they're standing maybe next to their mahram and so on, and you join with a big picture, there's no problem, inshallah, tabaraka wa ta'ala, and Allah knows best.
Jazakallah khair, Shaykh. We're going to go now to our next caller of the show. Assalamu alaikum to our caller. Welcome to the show. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from London.
Welcome to the show, sister. And your question for us?
My question is, if a sister has got a monthly cycle, can she read the Quran?
Okay. Do you have any other questions for us today?
That's all.
Jazakallah khair. Thank you for your question.
One more question, sorry.
It's fine, you can go ahead.
Yeah. How much do you have to have in your saving to be farz on you to pay for the slaughter?
Okay.
All right then. Thank you. Do you have any other questions? Jazakallah khair. Okay, we're going to move on to our next caller now. Assalamu alaikum to our caller. Welcome to the show. What's your name and where are you calling from? Okay, we're going to move on to our next caller now. Assalamu alaikum. Could I ask you to put your TV volume down and then ask your question, otherwise it interferes with the speed of you hearing me and me hearing you. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the show. What's your question for us today?
My question is about Arafah Day. I have some friends that travel to Hajj, and they call me on the day of Arafah to make dua. And I want to ask Sheikh, is it permissible on the Arafah Day to call people to be making dua on the phone? Why I heard that it's not allowed, that you are supposed to be there on Arafah Day and concentrate on dua, not calling people up and telling them to make dua. I don't know how that is.
Did you get the question, Sheikh?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any other questions for us today, brother?
Sister.
No.
Sorry,
no,
sister.
no, thank you.
Jazakallah khair. Sorry about that. Thank you. Do we have any more callers on the line? Okay, no more callers for now. Brothers and sisters, if you have any questions, give us a call, inshallah, and we'll get to your questions. Get your questions to our Shaykh, inshallah. So, could we start with this question, Shaykh, and then we can go back to the sisters' questions?
Yes. The other sisters.
To the other sisters' questions. My apologies.
On the day of Arafah, the person should not get busy with anything else except with the dua and reading Quran and doing dhikr and worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But if someone calls us, or can we call family, or there is no restriction on that. But as I always say, it's better to occupy yourself with the dua, with the dhikr, the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and with the reading Quran. That's what you need to get busy on that valuable and important day of our ibadah and of our life. Jazakallahu khairan.
Jazakallah khair, Shaykh. I believe we're going to go to our next caller of the show now.
Okay.
Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum to our caller. Welcome to the show. What's your name? Sorry. We've lost that caller. So if we could ask you to call back, inshallah, to ask your question, and then we could put it forward to the Shaykh, inshallah. So our next question, Shaykh, was from our sister who called, and she asked, how much savings do you need to have for you to have, for it to be obligatory upon you to do udhiyah?
As we said, I don't agree with the issue of saying udhiyah is obligatory. Even though I respect the other shuyukh who follow that opinion. But if you have enough money for yourself and for your family, then you can do the udhiyah. وجزاك الله خيرا.
Thank you, Shaykh. Jazakallah khair. So now we're going to go to our next break, our final break of the show, and then we'll be back for the last part of the show, inshallah, to continue answering your questions with our Shaykh today. Thank you for tuning in so far. For now, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to the last part of today's Monday episode of Ask Eman Live. We're going to be here now for another 10 minutes, inshallah, to continue with our show. So if you have any questions, brothers and sisters, regarding Dhul Hijjah, the 10 days, the 10 days of Dhul Hijjah, the day of Arafah, the day of Eid, then you're able to give us a call and ask your questions. Otherwise, if you have any other questions about your life as a Muslim, you're also able to give us a call to ask your questions, inshallah. The number to call us on is 0203 5150 769. You can also tune in on YouTube and Facebook to our live streams there on our Eman channel on these platforms to ask your questions. You can leave your questions at the comment section, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum, Shaykh. Welcome back after the break.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So, Shaykh, our next question was from our caller from before the break. The question was, is a lady able to read Quran whilst on her monthly cycle? That was the question, right, Shaykh?
Yes,
Okay.
that was the question. Jazakallah khairan. As I always say, the scholars, they differ. Can the woman read the Quran? And the opinion that I agree with, that they should not touch the Quran, but they can listen and they can and read from their iPhone or smartphone. There's nothing wrong with that, inshallah tabaraka wa ta'ala, but they should not touch the Quran.
Jazakallah khair, Shaykh.
Barakallah feek.
So, apps are okay?
Yeah, apps, they are okay, inshallah.
Jazakallah khair, Shaykh. You know, Shaykh, 20 years ago, if you said an app to someone,
Yeah.
they would say, what are you talking about?
Yeah, mental.
Yeah, like, what are you talking app? What's this?
Sheikh's
My phone's to talk to
Sheikh's
people.
gone cuckoo.
Yeah, my phone's to talk to people. It's, what do you mean with Quran and apps and all of this?
Yeah.
So, Shaykh, I have a question. Now, what are we missing in our life if we are not praying Qiyamul Layl?
La ilaha illallah.
Considering that the 10 days of Dhul Hijjah are coming up.
We are missing all the goodness. Because this ummah, when they used to get up for their night prayers, and their masajid, they were full in Fajr prayers, they were the leaders of the world. They were the leaders of the world. And that's what we are missing. Because our value is gone from Allah's eyes subhanahu wa ta'ala because of us, then we become that we have no value on this earth, and the cheapest blood is the blood of the Muslim, and so forth. But we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we wake up for our night prayers and we raise our hands to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the last third of the night, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes to the first sky, and He answers those who are asking Him, and He answers those who are calling Him, and He forgives those who are asking for His forgiveness. And then we put our request and our dua to Him subhanahu wa ta'ala, and He will answer inshallah tabaraka wa ta'ala. But we need to push ourselves together for the night prayers, because the salaf of this ummah, they never used to miss their night prayers. That's why their Fajr prayers was out of question.
Okay, Shaykh. Now, if someone is struggling in their life, for example, someone's trying to get married, and is finding it extremely difficult, and testing. If someone is in a marriage and is finding it extremely difficult and testing. If someone has debt problems, like financial problems, whether debt, whether they're not earning enough. If someone, for example, children, misbehaved children, children that have grown up and they've gone astray. all of these life problems, Sheikh,
Yeah.
illnesses, stuff like this,
Yeah.
and you know, people become anxious, become stressed, suffer depression.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, if you're suffering from depression, seek the right guidance and treatment from your doctor and stuff. But can the night prayers make a difference?
Of course, subhanAllah. Night praise makes a difference because that's the time you are praising your hands to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The best time for dua. Allah Ta'ala will accept your dua at that time. He is the one who said that He accepts it. Then anyone who has any difficulties in life, regardless of what kind of difficulties, whether it's sickness or trouble or problems with his family, with his relatives, with his children, with his anything, that you run to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when you run to Him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will welcome you and will accommodate you and will solve your problems subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Jazakallah khair, Sheikh.
Barakallahu
Now,
fikum.
what if someone, Sheikh, feels like I don't have time, I'm too tired, life is stressful, it's hard, I work hard enough, I can't wake up at night, and it's not even going to make a difference really. If I wake up and I have sins, will Allah even answer me? You know, I don't want to think about it. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to try and struggle. It's difficult. What's the advice we give to this person?
This person is in danger because he's kind of reaching the level of to despair from Allah's mercy subhanahu wa ta'ala.
So we can call this despair from Allah's mercy.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's very serious. And that's not for the believers. لا يأس من روح الله إلا القوم الخاسرون. يعني those who despair from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy, they are the losers. And then the person should always be hopeful with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he should push himself to get up and to raise his hands to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to solve his problems, to cure his sickness, to solve any problem that he has. And we've seen that for those who raise their hands this in particular times, how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them, how Allah ta'ala cure them, those who have a cancer, those who have other problems, and who run to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then we are saying to everyone, فَفِرُّوا إِلَى اللَّهِ, run towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because anything you're afraid of, you run away from it. Except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you're afraid of Him, you run towards Him subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Jazakallah khair, Sheikh. Thank you so much for your answer, Sheikh.
Ameen.
And how relevant is all of this, Sheikh? You know, the fleeing to Allah,
It is
the night
relevant.
prayer.
It
How
is
relevant is it to the 10 days of Dhul Hijjah?
Allahu Akbar, because we said in the hadith of the Hajj, every action that son of Adam does is more beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than any other days of the year.
Subhanallah.
Then this is significant. You should get up for your night prayers, you should raise your hands to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you should do your dhikr, you should read your Quran, you should do all the good things that we used to do in the month of Ramadan and the last 10 days of Ramadan. We should do the same and push more, inshallah tabarak wa ta'ala.
Thank you, Sheikh. Jazakallah khair. With that, we're going to go to our next caller of the show. Assalamu alaikum to our caller. Welcome to the show. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Assalamu alaikum. My question to the Shaykh is regarding the night prayer. Is it okay to pray, say, 20 minutes or 10 minutes before Fajr prayer? Is it counted as the night prayer? If you can clarify. Jazakallah.
Jazakallah khair.
Yes, inshallah tabarak wa ta'ala. You can get up for.
Can you pray night prayer?
Yeah.
15 to 20 minutes before the Fajr adhan.
Yes, that's the time for the time of night prayers starts from after Isha all the way to the Adhan al-Fajr. And the best of it is the last third of the night. When you divide the night into 3 parts, the last third of the night, and that in these days it becomes like from 2:30 to 3:30. These 2 hours, they are the last third of the night. With the person, anytime he gets up in between those times, inshallah, he catch the night prayers, and he should make his dua sincerely to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, especially the time of the sujood when he's prostrating and his head is on the floor. That's the best time that he should make his dua. And also on the witr, on the dua of witr, the last rak'ah and the odd rak'ah, he should raise his hands to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to ask him his needs, because everybody got his own needs. My needs and your needs are not the same. Jazakallah khair.
Jazakallah khair, Shaykh. It's been a pleasure doing the show with you.
Jazakallah khair.
It's come to an end.
MashaAllah.
Unfortunately, Shaykh.
MashaAllah.
Jazakallah khair for joining us.
Barakallahu feek.
May Allah bless you and keep you strong.
Allahumma ameen.
So thank you so much to everyone who's tuned in so far today. Thank you to our Shaykh for being with us. We're going to be back tomorrow at the same time at 7:30 with the lovely brother Mahmoud, inshallah, for another episode of Ask Eman. So until then, tune in, and once we're back tomorrow, if you have any questions, then give us a call, inshallah, to ask them. For now, thank you for tuning in today. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.